Good morning. Today's topic is theories of resource geography. Today we will study the introductory part of the theories of resource geography. Introduction. A theory is a list of related laws which together explain a broader concept. A law is a statement which explains how a particular part of the universe works. For example, every action has an equal and opposite reaction is one of the Newton's law of motion. Newton's law are a part of theory of classical mechanics, sometimes such as in the theory of evolution. The laws contained in the theory are facts, other times, such as in the theory of creation, the laws within are errors, untruths, wrong answer. Whether sometime is theory or a law has no bearing on whether or not it is a fact. If we are not yet sure whether a law is a fact or an error, then that law is hypothetical law. A theory composed entirely of hypothetical law is a hypothetical theory. Anything that is hypothetical is also hypothesis, much like your your Dutch bag boss is simultaneously a human being and a Dutch bag. Every science has a goal, in a sense, to understand and explain the real world phenomena. Development theories are the vital for scientific understanding of process that controls the human spatial relation with humans and also with the nature. Few would deny the fact that the last few decades have been one of the greatest period of intellectual changes in the trends of geographic development. Most of the changes, the questioning of the past approaches, looking at old problem with new eyes, have been of a methodological nature involving in virtually every instance the substitution of quantitative approaches to problems formerly treated in descriptive ways. Today an apparently new perspective has been opened under the impact of so-called quantitative revolution. Statistical methods have been introduced to attain a desired level of objectivity and search for models and theories and proceed space. The works of Hartshorne may be considered the last in the chain of traditional writers in geography. The traditional concept developed by Hartshorne came under attack by 1950. This was mainly due to the growing trend of scientific analysis in social science. A growing number of geographers became aware that mathematics and statistics could be applied in geographical problems. These provide precise tools to test theories and analyze data. The process of intellectual change led geographers to concentrate less on describing the differences between particular areas or places and more on the study of uniformities and the production of theories about the spacing of phenomena on the earth's surface. Such an emphasis on nomothetic approach is in the right direction. Besides, during the last few decades, the focus has also changed to make the concept of the systems of much greater significance, along with that of models and theories. The search for generalizations based on the whole rather than on individual parts is therefore a complementary. The Association for Geographical Studies method of modern science, known as systems analysis, since all systems, whether physical or human or a combination of both, consist of a set of objects and the relationships binding these objects together into some organization. It is not surprising that the approach is especially useful in dealing with functional aggregates. Indeed, now the main focus of scientific inquiry has moved away from the study of objects or substances to the study of relationships and organizations. System analysis is a better way to analyze and scientific linkage between several geographical variables. The system approach doesn't replace the analytical approach, but instead it is continuation of it by making the analytical analysis more interdisciplinary. It maintains a new trend in the subject. Models, theories, and hypotheses are the guiding light to establish geography as the scientific study of spatial attributes between human and nature. Definition: a theory is defined as a system of ideas explaining something, or a system of ideas based on general principles independent on the fact or phenomena to be explained, or a scientific statement or a group of scientific statements. In order to understand the meaning of theory, the difference between a simple and scientific statement needs to be made clear. Consider these two statements. For instance, Delhi lies across Delhi lies across the river Yamuna. Second, one finds big cities generally located across the river in the world of the above two. The former is simple statement, whereas the latter may be called a scientific statement because the scientific statements are based on generalization derived from a number of simple statements or facts. After searching out some relationships order, we state it or express it in the form of scientific statements. Generalization, law, and theory forms the order of scientific research. Thus, the theories are the highest order scientific statement or the universal statements. They state some rule of action, behavior, process, or development. Structure of a formal theory. The scientific theory includes terms, calculus, and statements. These forms the part of scientific approach to the study of phenomena. The various words that constitute the specific vocabulary of a theory are its terms. The terms are the building blocks of a scientific understanding. Two terms, axioms, and derived are the most essential for scientific understanding. The axioms are the primitive terms that are basic, original, and not derived. For example, Gracia, point or line in geography, and river and plain, settlements, market, desert, road, etc. in geography. The derived terms, on the other hand, need further definition as they may have several connotation. They are formed from the primitive terms. Thank you.